As you can see on screen, this is what we're looking at here is actually Insula.
Yeah, so tell everyone a bit. Let's talk about that. So you're making you're the CM for a game that's in alpha mode called Play Insula. It's a team of 3, including yourself, correct?
No. I think right now we're up to 11 on our staff, but
11.
It's a 2-person dev team. That's it.
Okay.
Ethan does all the maps, he's one person made all of these maps. One person made as that is the programmer for the game. We have an incredible designer who kind of designed the Anthrobots, and then little Ethan, who is Ethan's son, he creates all of our videos. And so when we started coming up with marketing ideas of things we could do, he's like, well, I've been playing around in the theater, and in one of our very first meetings, we were joking about the fact there was this robot that has always just been kind of a joke that they've had, and I made a voice for him, and it entertained them so much he became kind of one of the centerpieces of the entire game.
Yeah, nice.
And his name is Botbox.
Oh my gosh.
He's fun and kind of awkward, but yeah, he's kind of guiding all the hunters around and making sure that you can accomplish all your tasks. So he has a friend. He's looking for his friend. His friend's name is Fred, and he's actually a yellow chicken, which is a totally serious thing, and that's going to be part of the storyline, and it's kind of fun.
Good old Fred.
Yeah, ironically, I started working on this last summer, right about the same time as Mixer shut down, and so Fred has been a major part of our marketing forever over on my channel, and I still have all my rubber chickens.
Yes, Fred the chicken's joining us tonight. Hey, just for those listening in that isn't getting the awesome opportunity to see this gameplay, did you want to kind of explain what Play Insula is actually about?
Sure. So it's Insula Bounty Royale. It is a new take on. It's what we were considering an evolution coming from the concept of a battle royale. Battle royales are classically known for having their shrinking arena, whereas that's not a thing. But you are tasked with obtaining bounties through your kills, and in this stage of the alpha, what we've got going on is you're simply racking up kills either by pulling bounties out of chests that you may find, so bounty chits, or getting kills and accomplishing kills. You have an in-flight system, and it's a really fast-paced. It'll be free to play, but it is designed around multiple different aspects. So, yeah.
And for those listening in, it's got similar. Now, I'm going to use a comparison here, but DJ assured me that they started on this before it came out. It's got similar flying mechanics to Anthem, for those that are listening in. So
I would say the flying mechanics are actually a lot smoother than Anthem's. It's a lot more fluid. And as somebody who is a huge fan of Anthem, I can see why it's comparison, because really there's nothing else out there like this.
No, there's not.
But the big difference, we've got a ping system, and so the motivator for getting people to finish the fight, of course, is because the longer it waits, the smaller the bounty gets. But you want to try and get the top bounty, and sometimes sometimes it doesn't work out the way you think it does. It's incredible. Right now we just finished stage 1 of the closed alpha, and we'll be moving into the next stage of production. We're doing that actually right now. So eventually we'll be adding a PvE element, an AI system to the game, along with a variety of other elements. And the campaign itself is extraordinarily deep.
Yep.
So, and there will be a full campaign storyline as well to play. So
if people want to get involved, how do they go about getting involved in this project?
So if you'd like to know more, you can head on over to playinsula.com or insulagame.com. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at playinsula. You can sign up for our alpha directly on our website, and there you go. And of course, we've got our own Discord as well. You can head over to discord.gg/playinsula. That is a moment where I actually got first place in a game, which does not happen ever. This definitely has changed. It has changed the way that I've seen and experienced game development in so many different ways, because it's one thing being a Halo insider. It's another thing when you're actually going in and learning about all the back-end systems and how things function and work when you're thinking about the different dynamic ways of what can affect gameplay and how you have to balance that out. There are pros and there's cons. If you lift something up, you have to bring something else down. You have to adjust it so you've got an even keel balance on it. And we've got a really great community that's providing a lot of necessary feedback that is interesting, because we have a lot of other game developers who've been coming in, testing our game out and giving us all the feedback. It's been a wonderful opportunity to work with some really great people and to watch Ethan and Taj's dream come to life. And the more that we are working in this, the more I'm seeing how different it is to come at a game from a development standpoint than it is to come at the game from a gaming standpoint. It's also interesting watching, because you realize, like, one of our biggest features is that we don't have clear walls. There's no clear boundaries.
Okay.
You know how when you're in a game and you're running and you look like you should be able to get up on a wall or get up on something, and you can't, and it's like, why can I not get through here? That is not a thing here. If you look like you can fit through it, trust me, you can fit through it. Everything is traversable.
That's fantastic.
And it's yeah.
Is this game only on PC, or are they looking at going everywhere with it?
Presently, it is being developed for PC. As we continue, we are definitely we're not counting out console at all. But it's one of those. First. We've only got so many people on staff, and we are going to start somewhere and then go elsewhere. But again, that is the team is constantly looking at all options while also figuring out the best way to lay out the development in a way that makes sense, and it's going to advocate for an incredible experience for our testers as we get this thing closer to being a fully polished game. And again, for an alpha in this state, I'm still just amazed at it.
It's looking
like this is an alpha.
This is alpha. Not a beta. This is an alpha, and it's looking. And just for those watching, the modder that I'm capturing this on tends to wash things out, so that is actually a lot. That shouldn't be that bright. So it looks worse. That's what I'm supposed to say.
It looks the light. Like Ethan is does such an incredible job with the lighting. Luckland FTW is who does it. He actually develops the game live on stream. So if people want to go by Luckland's stream and actually look at it and watch him make these maps, make these arenas, edit things, fix things, find bugs, he will go through conversations with players from the alpha team, and hey, we found something. Really? Where? Well, hang on, let me get back into that map real quick. And do it live right there on stream and show people what he's doing. And everything is as transparent as you could possibly imagine. And it's really wonderful. There's some really smart features that we've implemented, like the weapon pickup. For example, unlike other, loot collection systems where you go in and you see it and you've got to focus on, am I picking this up or not? Did I just pick up a less ready gun? If you walk in and you pick up an AR, any AR that is a higher tier, you auto swap it out.
Oh wow!
Automatically.
That's nice.
It's all recharge weapons, so you can pick up recharge kits both for your shields and for your weapons. So if your weapon is in the process of recharging and you're in the middle of a dogfight and you need to get out of there, you can use an instant recharge kit that'll recharge all your weapons right then and there and turn around. You can only and fire. But you can only carry 4 of those at a time. Same thing with your shields, but you can't shoot or repair while in fast flight because, well, you're in fast flight. So, like, who's really arming themselves in fast flight? But
that game,
yeah,
I can't wait to see the game develop. It's looking really good for an alpha, and I have signed up for it. So, lucky a Noah guy might be able to get me on the next alpha when it kicks up.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and we are waiting for more keys. Currently, we actually exhausted our keys with the amount of people who signed up. We've got over 4,400 people with it on their wish list on Steam.
Wow!
And it's a testament to we're doing something right. So I'm really excited, and for me, as somebody who's always enjoyed shoutcasting and enjoyed the esports side of it, it's fun to be able to look at the back end and go, okay, what do we need to do to make this a viable esport? What do we need to do in order to create a proper casting experience? What would need to happen for us to have something that is going to be usable in a large game format, so that, if we want to do something at, say, DreamHack or at PAX or at PAX Us and bring the game down to PAX Australia and run it and run a tournament of some kind, what would we want to do and how would we want to build that into the game so that it's usable and functional for anybody to be able to do it?
Yep.
And asking all those questions. But I think the one thing that I wasn't anticipating was creating the characters. And we have an incredible writer. His name is Schrader, and Schrader has written these stories and brilliant pieces. And then when we come up with concepts for characters, I'll put a voice to them and then write out the lines, and he'll look at them and be like, yeah, that's okay, go. And he gives me a lot of leeway to just kind of play with things. And it's been a really interesting deep dive into that side of creativity that I didn't really ever consider doing before.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting. It's been creepy in some cases. I've created some voices that for characters that are really uncomfortably dark. Yeah.
He's even got an Aussie one as well that he says he has to have a few drinks for to get right.
Yeah. And so that's actually some of our soldiers that we've got in the back end. So yeah.